Iolcus is on the verge of becoming the preeminent power in all of Greece. With a colony to call your own, you have begun to build a kingdom. Now you must spread your influence throughout Greece, making friends with those who treat you with respect and putting down those who oppose you. As you near the end of your journey, Iolcus will shine forth, and its power will not be eclipsed. It is now time to thank Zeus for lifting the curse on your house and enabling you to become a great leader. Building a sanctuary in his honor is sure to please him, and he will smile upon you.
Hello everyone, and
welcome to Zeus!
What you are hearing right now is post-commentary because, as you might have seen, I completely lost all voice from this recording. We have the voyages of Jason. We have to build a sanctuary to Zeus, get a population of 4,000, treasury of 10,000, and 72 people in residence or better, plus our 4 trading partners, which we already have. I wasn't sure at first if these estates counted as a residence, because the game wasn't counting them. Yeah, I thought, okay, if it's a small number like 72, then it must be noble houses, right? But it wasn't counting them, so I was checking the older, small houses. Did these count? No. Basically, a residence is a noble house, and it just took a while to count that for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. For a majority of this episode, I think we'll be focusing on building a temple to Zeus. Just kind of just looking around the noble district for some reason, yeah, here you go. Got all treasury already set up, though that's going to go away real quick, because we're building a lot of stuff. Got our wheat, got our stuff, and yes, here we go. Zeus' stronghold. It is a big place. It is a big sanctuary, and we don't really have a lot of space for it. Eventually find some right on the edge of the map here. It's a bit of a push, though. There's really only like a small area that we can actually put it in, because for whatever reason, in certain spots, it's just not going to work. It's like a corner of it is off the map or something, and there's nowhere else to really put it, at least not without deleting structures already in place, and I don't want to do that. Like, I could take out that entire town, but yeah, I'd rather build up rather than destroy at this point. So at this point, I believe I start mapping out the location for Zeus' stronghold. I can't put it down because I need marble, unfortunately, so I need to start buying that. It's a bit of a chore finding out which ones buy marble or sell marble. Okay, maybe not so much a chore. We got that already. Getting some sculptures. We'll need that for Zeus' stronghold. That's about it, though. And just putting down some more storehouses to store all this marble and sculptures and wood that we'll need, all the temple building supplies. We got a lot. We get a lot from just gifts and stuff, so it's not really too much of concern. Decided to buy some more marble from this other port. This guy is not selling anything we need. This guy's got a lot of fleece. Honestly, I don't know what I was saying, what I was supposed to be saying at this point, so forgive me if I kind of go off on a bit of tangent, because I don't know what I was saying or what I'm supposed to be saying. At this point, I'm just kind of laying out where Zeus' stronghold is going to go. I want to put a road there that leads up to Demeter's place as well, because eventually you'll see I start to put a small settlement town around it. So I can put it there, and just kind of measuring out where I'm putting it. I'm just going to fast forward through that. And of course, while we're measuring things out, people just keep asking for stuff, keep giving us stuff, and it's just such incessant annoyance, because we're trying to build stuff, but people keep interrupting us with notifications and prompts that take up half the screen and pause the game and prevent you from building stuff. Like, I could be trying to place down a building, and one of these pop-ups just appears and stops me from doing anything. It's definitely. See, I had clicked on Zeus' stronghold, and I was about to look at it again, but it just completely tears that away from me. It's definitely a game mechanic I am glad I don't see very often anymore. I actually removed this Zeus stronghold again because I'm trying to turn it around and make it face the opposite direction. But yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's always going to face in a specific direction for whatever reason. At this point, I just give up on trying to help people because I'm trying to build a temple to Zeus, and I would really appreciate it if people would stop annoying me and getting in the way of that. Of course, they're not going to because this is Zeus, Master of Olympus, where, that's half the gameplay is answering notifications for no goddamn reason. And Cryosia thinks less of us. Great, don't care. They're still begging for fleece. And I decided, you know what? We're gonna have a temple of Zeus. Why not have a settlement next to it? If we can put some towns next to it, then hey, even bonus. Who wouldn't want to live next to the King of Kings and the God of Gods? Like, who wouldn't want to live next to Zeus's temple? That's a very important question that I feel a lot of people need to consider. And I start setting up all the necessary infrastructure and all the necessary bits. There's some fertile land around the Meter's shrine there, so I just put down some farms and some dairy farmers and some growers' lodges there, I believe. We already got olive oil coming in from Athena's temple there, and we just have a few things to set up, not a whole lot. I'll put a infirmary right in the middle there, just so we can try and cover everyone. And of course, that little spot there is going to annoy me. Getting rid of some fertile land by putting these houses across Demeter's boon there, but it's not a terrible loss. Like, we already have a lot of fertile land, and we're really only using a small amount because this isn't a lot of people we're trying to feed here. They're putting in Zeus' stronghold again. Yeah, this isn't a whole lot of people we're feeding. It's basically just it's a decorative built town at this point. We do need some new workers, kind of, but not a huge deal. And here we go. There's the employees needed message. So we are benefiting the city by placing these towns here. They're not going to get a whole lot of culture. They're not going to get a whole lot of anything really, but it's enough. It's enough to be worth it, I think. I was actually kind of surprised here because those structures are going up to full level, and they don't have any culture. I thought they would need more culture venues in order to survive, but maybe a god bonus is making that not needed, or maybe I'm thinking of royals. Here I am checking culture because they only have athletes and competitors. That's about it. They don't have actors or philosophers. Somehow they're full level despite not getting all the culture. Maybe it's just the noble houses that need culture in order to survive, but yeah, it's weird. I mean, I'm not turning it down because that is a lot of people that we're going to get in such a small space, which is great. And I even expanded out a bit because, why not? Zeus doesn't quite need as many pillars around his temple there, and if I can squeeze in more people, then great. I'll be working the road a bit here. Trying to fit as many people as I can in there, hoping that the vendors and medics all reach that far. There's no unrest in the city, thankfully. I'm not sure if that's from a god bonus or just because I'm a good ruler. Either way, I'm not too concerned. I think the guard from the tower that we put down does patrol out to this new section I'm putting down anyways. They will need some more appeal in the area though, so I'm trying to put down any monuments I can get just in case they get restless and need some more appealing housing. Seems to work in the end though. There you go, and they're quickly evolving all over again. Some faster than others. The peddler isn't quite evenly distributing the resources he's getting. Later find out he's not actually getting a whole lot of resources. The vendors are trying to go pretty far to get them. They see the fleece isn't available right now, and the entire food stock there is empty. There we go. I'm putting sheep in the fertile land there just to give us some small income of fleece in this general area. I think this is going to be for olive oil, isn't it? This storehouse? Okay, no, fleece. Okay. So yeah, I'm giving us another section of fleece here. And I'm going to tear down these woods. Because, you know, while our lumber guys are cutting those down for lumber, we need to space more. They have plenty of lumber. Like, the lumber mill guys already produce like an insane amount of lumber that we're really not using.
Traders love cities where
At least
Hermes is in residence.
We really only use lumber to build temples, that's about it. And this is going to be like the last temple we build, so... Just a few simple carding sheds to make some use out of the sheep we put down, and some olive presses, because there are some olive trees right there in Athena's temple. So may as well put those down. I think I even put down... Will I eventually put down some Rose Lodges? I think I do. Is that what I'm doing here? I think it's a storehouse or something. What is this one? Just olives? Yeah, olives, okay. So yeah, this is going to be the storehouse for olives. I'm going to put down some olive presses real quick, and we're going to basically have our own small functioning setup here. I think I realize now that, oh, these people aren't paying taxes because there's no tax rate. And, of course, the selection box for that thing is really often have to hit to the right of the actual button I'm trying to press to increase taxes there. For some reason, pressing the up button lowers taxes, and pressing the space next to the up button increases taxes. Old games and their quirks, I suppose. Trozian demands Jockmas, we don't care. We're gonna flood this area with parks to try and bump up appeal as much as we can. It's not working out too well. These houses aren't being too healthy. Getting some armor, we really don't need it. We're not going to war. I think that gives me the idea, though. And ooh, I don't think I realized at the moment that we're kind of in debt again. I'm not sure when I realized we're in debt, but that we do get into debt, pretty bad debt actually. Trying to increase population as much as possible at this point, because you know more people, more power. I think I'm looking for where armor is stored, because we didn't have room for armor, but all of my people already have armor. So somewhere there's a storehouse, either that has armor or that accepts armor, and it's full of something else, and I just don't know where that is. And I realized that, oh, this whole section is not falling, and is that vendor? Is that vendor going the wrong way somehow? He's not supposed to be coming from that area. Eventually realized though he's just he takes a big loop, so he just goes through the blockade and and takes a shortcut back to his place, so that he doesn't have to just turn around and walk the entire way he already went. He can just take a circle and walk like an extra 5 feet instead of like an extra 50. Praying for food. We're hungry. Some people are hungry. Food is starting to be an issue in some of our...
Have you ever seen more solid buildings? Archimedes would be proud.
This city could be in much better shape.
People are
The sheep
okay
aren't thrilled
with
to
the
live
city.
here,
It's not
but
fantastic.
They don't have much choice.
You see, they're not too thrilled to live there, but they're accepting of it. It's an acceptable city. A little bit in debt, a little bit ugly, a little bit crowded, a little bit smelling of sheep and goat poop, but you know, it's good. It's good. I decided to put some goats onto that field, small fields as well. Partly because I'm worried that the temples might be taking these animals as sacrifices, and you know, thus lowering their population. And partly because I realize, you know, we need more food production here, and dairy people might be able to help out with that. We got a small setup going where we'll get things from, or get some cheese coming in, hopefully to fill the bellies of our hungry people. These people seem to be doing all right. The appeal isn't great, but you know, other than being right next to the Temple of Zeus, there isn't a whole lot I can do for appeal. Figure I may as well pray to Athena, get some extra olive oil or whatnot. for no particular reason, just because I can. And, you know, there you go. Whole bunch of olives, whole bunch of olive oil. Because he can. And, you know, when you have the power of gods on your side, you may as well use that, right? Tribute has been paid. I think now is when I realize we're starting to go into debt, so I stopped buying some marble, I think, or at least lower how much we're buying. Not sure. Checking for unrest. We got no unrest. Everyone's fine, everyone's content, or at least everyone is being patrolled by one of those guards. Nobles
Commoners are littering the streets like old discarded amphorae shirts. You really should see to it that they find some employment.
Still a little upset about the unemployment, so I think what I do here is I decide, you know what, let's fix the unemployment problem by just making people stand in military formation for no particular reason. Everyone's just gonna stand around with a rock in their hands, ready to throw it. And you know what, I decide, you know what, why not just, you know, attack someone? Trozen is our rival, so let's raid them. We need money. We need jobs we need money, so let's kill two birds with one stone and send our army to plunder Trozen for drachmas. Let's just plunder it for drachmas. Let's fill the void of employment with war and randomly go attack our rival because we want money and they have money and they keep annoying us with demands for money or something else, so you know, may as well. Unemployment is still at an all-time high though, so we're still just manning everyone we can for no particular reason, just for the sake of getting everyone some kind of job. They're basically standing around looking pretty for the sake of standing around looking pretty. It's really demeaning and probably a bit unethical, but you know what? We don't care. We don't care. We're just trying to fix some numbers, and their numbers aren't great right now. Still have a lot of unemployment though, and people are still complaining about it, so we're trying to figure out something else we can do. I realize, here we go, there's some empty space. We can probably put, what did I put here? Some growers' lodges. Some more dairy. I put some more dairy here. Because, you know what? We can probably fill that granary with some more cheese here or something, maybe. Trozen thinks less of us because we didn't send them any money, and we proceed to attack them and steal all their money. We don't know what's in their bank accounts, but we're going to take it anyways, because, you know, we want it. We want it, and we're stuck up with them. And at this point I realize, oh shit, most of our town isn't paying taxes. A good chunk of the city isn't actually paying taxes, so we quickly run around putting down tax offices to fix that. Limos needs olive oil, of course, because why don't they? We're a pretty big producer of olive oil, though, I think, so it's not too concerning. Look around, I see the rich people aren't paying taxes. Oh my god, that is just a crime above all else. Like, rich people who don't pay taxes are just the worst scum of the earth, so we quickly fix that. We gotta tax the rich people, make sure that they contribute to society and don't just sit on all that money doing nothing with it. This is not a political commentary, this is just a commentary on the whole Zeus, Master of Olympus thing. We gotta make sure that they pay their taxes. I apologize. And yeah, there's one more settlement that's not paying taxes right here. This super small, low-class one that's kind of been a huge... Oh, we got 3,000 drachmas from Trozen, so that's great. You know, from their wallets into ours, and solving some of our debt problem. Not sure what I'm talking about here, but that's what we got. Even games include. Our contestant came in second. And I decided, you know what, this place isn't doing too great, so let's just put a tax office right there. I think I realized later that that might have been a bad idea, because it's touching a different road. So the taxman might take a second road to go there instead of taking the smart way that actually hits houses. But for now, at least he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, so we're not complaining. And oh my god, there's so many places that aren't paying taxes. I suspected that at some point we moved the palace, we moved the city palace into the walled off section where all the nobles currently live. And when that happened, it must have accidentally deleted all of the tax offices, because you can only put down tax offices when you have a palace. So if you destroy a palace, then that might get rid of the tax offices. You know, here I am basically talking about that, I think. Here I am pointing out the palace, how I probably moved it into that area. And since we have an need for employees, just going to start sending everyone home. Yeah, these guys don't want to leave. I'm sending them home, and I'm bringing them to the flag, and I'm sending them home, and they're doing nothing, so I think I eventually just leave them after a while. It's not too helpful, but it's some, so yeah. Yeah, they're just there. Nothing I can do about it. A bunch of sculptures. Figure may as well take those because Zeus is going to need them soon. It's one of the few things they're still setting up. There's sculptures. 88% complete. Almost done. So our mission here is almost done. Looking at the gods, we got Dionysus, Hermes, Hera, Hephaestus, Ares, Apollo, and the others that still need to be set up. We'll get back to them later when some more stuff has happened. There we go. There's Apollo, Artemis, Athena, Demeter, Hades, and Poseidon. And the other side is just a mirror of the whole lot. So again, Dionysus, Hermes, Hera, Hephaestus, Ares, Apollo, Aphrodite, Athena, Demeter, Hades, and Poseidon. That's a lot. That took me, for some reason, I've said that chain of names like 4 times, and it's only on the 4th time that is actually a problem. I actually struggle. And yeah, the other side is just a mirror of the same lot, so I'm pretty sure there are more gods. Like there's another sister of Zeus. Like there's Hera and Demeter are 2 sisters, but there's a 3rd one. Can never remember her name.
I searched high and low, and there's not so much as a hut for...
Traders love cities where Hermes is in residence.
Poseidon, Hades, Hestia, Demeter, and Hera. So Hestia was Zeus's other sister. What was she the god of? Hestia is the goddess, virgin goddess of the hearth, the right ordering of domesticity, family, the home, and the state. I thought Hera was the goddess of the heart. Hera goddess? Hera. Queen of gods, wife sister of Zeus, known for being goddess of marriage and birth. Despite being goddess of marriage, she is known to be jealous and vengeful towards many lovers and offspring of her husband. Yeah, for some reason Hestia isn't included in this game, as far as I can tell. Maybe they just didn't maybe she's just not one of the more well-known ones, or maybe the developers just couldn't think of anything for her to do, so she's just kind of a background goddess or something. Hard to say, I don't know. Trojan thinks less of us because we didn't send the money. Well, we're going to be a lot more upset when our army gets there again and steals whatever money they have left. At this point, I think I've realized that we passed our 30-minute mark. So we are getting a little bit long on the episode. I suspect since I'm fast-forwarding through segments of this that it's not going to take quite as long. But yeah, this episode stretched on for like 40 minutes, mainly because I just wanted to finish it. We just had to finish our temple to Zeus, and the mission would be done, and we could wrap everything up. And so I just decided to wait for that. On the bright side, since the audio fucked up and I have to post audio all this, there's large segments where I have nothing to say. So I just fast forward through those segments, reduce the overall timetable, and it's all good. We're basically just waiting for Zeus to finish. For Zeus's house to finish. And oh my god, this settlement is dying. The settlement used to be one of the good ones, but it's slowly falling apart. because we're getting rid of all our food or something. So I quickly decide to turn off selling cheese. Hopefully we can start stockpiling that. A little bit upset that all the cheese that is currently on the trading post is just kind of sitting there and not being either sold or put away. So it's kind of just dead cheese at this point, and I don't know how to fix that. And I finally realized, oh right, we have fisheries. We can actually get food from fish, from the water. And there's a swarm of fish right there next to our production facility for the Zeus temple community there. Plunder some more drachmas from Trojan, as you do. And so while I did have to delete one of the dairy producers there for in order to place down for fisheries. It ultimately works out in the end because there is just enough space to put the dairy right back. So, I did have to delete a building, but ultimately it's a complete net gain and nothing of importance was lost. Because we still got that building back, plus a lot of fisheries, so we're just going to keep getting more food. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit more sustainable. I think this is the last batch of statues for Zeus's temple. Looks like it. Yeah, they really only need to set up these temples, these statues here, and then just a small section, like four more marble to finish off the sacrificial altar, and then we're good. So at this point, I think I decide to merge this recording with the previous one to just make it one super long episode, because it's 46 minutes or something. But, again, not a problem, because I'm speeding through a good chunk of it here.
Now, Iolcus is truly a powerful kingdom. Nearly all the cities in Greece call you either friend or master, and Zeus looks with pride upon the city of Iolcus and its capable leader. You have taken Iolcus from its humble beginnings and built it into the most powerful kingdom in all of Greece, risking the wrath of gods and mortals alike to achieve your destiny. Along the way, you have liberated a hero from the underworld, slain the fearsome Caledonian boar, and restored one of Greece's most treasured possessions, the Golden Fleece, to its proper place. Zeus, who had once cursed your family, now blesses you and celebrates your name throughout Mount Olympus.
And with that, we have finished the journey, Jason's thing, the story of Jason, whatever. We returned the Golden Fleece to Greece. We've gotten rid of Zeus's curse. We've done a whole bunch of other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. And the sanctuary of the great god Zeus now gloriously reaches towards his lofty home. The Zeus is smiling upon you and will make sure that the others in Greece will smile upon you too. In his beneficence, he has also conferred the gift of prophecy upon the priests at his sacred sanctuary, and they will be able to help you see the future of your city. Zeus has also made it known in Olympus that if any other god dare to threaten your city, he will personally see to it that no harm befall you. So Zeus is kind of overpowered and just kind of immediately kills any gods or, well, not kills, but defeats any gods or monsters that come to attack us for any particular reason. So we really have no reason to stick around and be worried. I think Hera might be able to counteract him, just as a lot of things, but yeah, we basically spend the rest of the episode here slowly watching Zeus pour in as he's very slowly manifesting, taking his time. I mean, I sped through this at 10,000% speed, and it still took him a little bit of time to show up. Yeah, he's very slowly peering in. You can see him now. He's now no longer a purple cloud of fog. He's T-posing to assert his dominance. And there we go. There we go. He's actually walking around now. A little bit tricky to get a click on. There we go.
I was telling the wife just the other day how satisfying it is to sanctify buildings.
He's alright with the city. He thinks it's satisfying to sanctify the city. And yeah, with that, we are pretty much wrapping up. I got nothing better to say in post-recording. I don't know what I said in the initial recording, so Apologies for the strange audio and video. This is going to continue for at least the next episode, possibly the one after that. I'm not entirely sure. And so I'm going to say thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it. Don't if you didn't. And I will see you next time. Farewell.